Well, what do I have to do to get a cup of coffee around here?
Oh, Robert!
Hey, baby!
Oh.
Your Australian flash has arrived.
I should be furious with you, you scoundrel.
Why, do I owe you money?
No, you've been in town for days and you haven't given me a call at all. I mean, if it weren't for me, you wouldn't even be in this city.
Tiffany, you haven't changed a bit since I saw you swinging through the jungle.
Robert, you look wonderful.
Oh, Rube, I've missed you. Holly's been trying to duplicate your chili so far with less than successful results.
How is Sweet Holly?
She's fine, sends her love to everyone.
Well, why didn't she come to visit?
Well, I wasn't sure how long I was going to be here, and somebody's got to look after things back in Australia.
Well, I understand by the grapevine, my friend, that you have quite a spread down under.
We like it.
Oh, good.
What are you doing in town?
Taking care of a bit of business that needed my personal attention.
Well, I didn't know that you still had business here in Port Charles.
We'll talk about it over dinner.
Oh.
I'd like to spend a bit of time with you and Bobby. We've got a lot to catch up on.
That sounds like you're making a hasty exit, old buddy.
Yeah, listen, you and I will talk later. I want to pay a visit to Lavery.
Oh, yeah, business with Duke, or just checking out a new stepfather for Robin?
A little bit of both. How do I find him?
Oh, it's right down here. You can't miss it.
Good. Well, then, good to see everybody. We'll catch up later. I'm staying at Anna's. You need to be in touch. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Does that man always have to leave on a mysterious note?
It's just his nature, that's all.
I suspect he doesn't much like the man that Anna is dating.
You mean Duke? No, I think that Robert just wants to get to know him, that's all.
Well, you can't say that Anna doesn't have an eye for good-looking men. There was Robert, and now there's Duke. Which reminds me, I think I better get to the hairdressers, or I won't have a chance with any of the eligible men left in this town. Will I see you later, son?
I certainly hope so.
Hi, Dad.
Was that Robert Scorpio I just saw taking it?
Yeah, he's back in town in business.
Well, it's good to have him back.
Oh, it's always good to see an old friend. I know what you're here for.
Dan Rooney's care package, thank you very much.
Exactly what he ordered.
How you doing, Duke? How is Dan, anyway?
Well, he's doing very well, considering what happened to him in the last couple of weeks. I'd say his hand is going to be a while before that's number one.
Yeah, he's a very lucky man.
Dan just told me that Duke Lavery has found a temporary replacement for him in this waterfront redevelopment situation. Do you know anything about David Marlowe?
No, I'm sorry, Rick, I don't. Although that doesn't surprise me too much. Ever since that waterfront revitalization program started, we have a lot of new businessmen coming in, don't we?
Duke Lavery is typical of the new breed of businessman here.
Yeah. I'll see you all later.
Thanks.
Yep. Getting right, Tim.
Who's that? The infamous Robert Scorpio.
What's he doing here?
I'll find out.
Well, I hope I'm not interrupting.
No, of course not. How are you, Mr. Scorpio?
Fine, thank you, Mr. Lavery, but please, call me Robert.
Well, only if you'll call me Duke.
Deal.
I would like to introduce you to some business associates of mine. This is Mr. Damon Granville, Mr. Angel Moran.
What are you, sir?
Thank you.
Nice to meet you.
Fine. Well, what line of business are you chaps in?
Oh, Duke and I share a variety of business interests.
And I help Duke run his clubs.
Well, I understand it must be quite an undertaking. You've opened 6 new clubs, is it, in the last few months? Surprises me you've got time for anything else.
Well, I'm very fortunate I have an associate like Angel here who helps me.
Which reminds me, I have some figures to check out. Excuse me.
Thank you, Angel. I'll go up with you, Angel. I'm expecting that call from the liquor distributor.
Pleasure meeting you both.
Sure, I'll be seeing you again.
You were lucky to find such competent help after spending such a short time in Port Charles.
Well, I knew Damon and Angel from New York.
Ah, yes, that's where you arrived from.
That's right.
How did you meet Anna?
I don't think that's any of your business.
That's where you're wrong, mate.
Are you still in love with Anna?
She's the mother of my child.
You didn't answer my question.
Doesn't deserve one.
You know, I was under the impression that you had a wife in Australia.
My background isn't in question here.
Oh, but mine is.
I want to know everything about the new man that might be invading my daughter's life.
Well, you have access to the WSB computers. Why don't you run a check on me?
Oh, you can be sure of it, and it'll be a thorough one at that.
I have nothing to hide.
I'll be the judge of that.
I'd like to ask you a few questions, if I may.
Ask away.
I want to know why you're staying at Anna's house, and I want to know if there's anything between you two.
All right, look, that is enough. I don't want another word out of either one of you.
What are you doing here, Anna?
I knew Robert was going to come over, and I didn't want his questions to upset you.
I can take care of myself. Thank you very much.
That was never in question.
Yes, but apparently everything
Well,
else is.
please, that's quite enough.
I'm concerned about the effect he may have on Robin's life, especially as you're so serious about him.
Yes, I am serious about him. You've got nothing to worry about.
There is nothing I want more than to make Anna and Robin happy. They're the most important people in my life.
You aware of the threats against Anna's life?
Oh.
Yes, Anna told me what Robin overheard.
You take them as lightly as she does?
No, I don't take them lightly. I don't take anything for
Any
granted when
idea
it
who
comes-
might be behind them?
No, I don't have any idea who might be behind them. I would never let anyone harm Anna or Robin.
Look, I feel very safe with Duke.
That's reassuring.
Listen, why can't we be civil about this? We're having a masquerade party here on Friday night. I'd be happy if you would be our guest.
Mighty big of you, Duke.
I didn't know that was happening. That's a lovely idea. Why don't we go as Argentine tango dancers?
It's a wonderful idea.
I know. I'll go as an Italian peasant on his wedding day.
Oh, Robert.
Well, I gotta go. Meeting with Sean.
More reminiscing about the past.
No, I want to talk to him about the private investigation Frisco was conducting before he left town. Been a pleasure, Duke. See you back at the ranch, Andy.
Phase 3 is actually quite simple. Money will come in large denominations from Monte Carlo, or it'll be shipped to a traveling circus from France.
That's the Alvier circus, right?
That's right.
Well, how do we get the money from the circus to Duke's club?
Well, that's what the masquerade ball is for. During the ball, it'll be our cover, and we'll transfer the cash from the circus to the vault in Duke's office.
It sounds risky to me.
I think it'll work.
Only if you have Duke Lavery under control.
Duke won't give you any problems.
I wish I could say the same about Robert Scorpio.
Look, at least we were able to get Edna out of the way in time.
It's too bad he had to find that gun. Chief Devane is putting it through tests right now. No telling what she'll come up with.
Devane might be able to get an ID. That won't do her any good if she can't locate Edna.
I'd give an awful lot to know what Scorpio is up to.
He makes me nervous. Should have seen the way he was in Duke's club this afternoon.
What was he doing
acted
there?
Like he owned the place. I don't know. I got out of there as soon as I could. He was asking so many questions, I wanted to get out of the crossfire.
I just hope that Lavery is up to the questions.
Well, I don't think we have to worry too much about Duke.
What makes you so sure?
Well, let's just say that I think that he's aware of the consequences of trying to sell us out.
So, how was your meeting with Duke?
The man's a mystery, but his affection for Anna seems genuine.
But you're not buying his act, huh?
There's something else going on.
That's the same impression I got.
What did you get out of the ADZ people?
Oh, I was able to reach the owner of the warehouse, who they rented it from. He says he'll meet us over there.
Well, perhaps we can find out what Frisco thought was so interesting about the place.
Yeah, I'm sure it got a lot more interesting after the ADZ people rented it.
Look, I appreciate you helping me with this. You don't mind, do you?
No, not at all. Keeps my eye on my own problems.
Like Alan Quartermain.
Yeah, he's at the top of the list.
You know, I find it hard to believe that people actually think you killed Alan.
Why don't you tell that to Bert Ramsey, huh? By the way, do you still have any influence over Anna?
My stock's running a little low in that area at the moment.
Maybe you can convince her to drop the case, huh?
Worth a try.
Make up your mind fast.
Well, actually, I was thinking of another favor.
Dr. Reinhardt, contact respiratory therapy. Dr. Reinhardt, contact respiratory therapy. Nurse Kleinenberg, please report to nursing administration. Nurse Kleinenberg, please report to nursing administration.
Hey, babe, it's Robert.
Yes, Robert?
Listen, do you still have my old WSB computer?
Yes, it's here in my office. Why?
Well, I was wondering if it might be free this afternoon.
Of course. What do you need it for?
Well, there are a few little things I'd like to run through it. Is it okay if I come over and use it now?
Well, I suppose so. It'll stop you from meddling in my personal life.
Only for the time being.
Don't press your luck, Robert.
Thank you, darling. I'll see you soon.
That man is trying to drive me crazy.
Oh, what do they want?
He wants to come over here and use the computer.
Why would he want to use your computer?
Oh, I don't know. He's always checking up on one thing or the other. I've given up asking him questions. Perhaps it'll keep him out of my hair for a while.
It takes me back to the old days. Robert used to lock himself up in his computer room for days and not come out until he'd come up with something.
Maybe this will keep him occupied until he goes back to Australia. Come in.
This just came in, Chief.
What is it?
The ballistics report on the gun Robert Scorpio found.
Oh, thank you. Let's see.
Well, what does it say?
It says here that it was the same gun used to kill Tessie. That means that Frisco's off the murder rap.
Oh, thank God for that.
That's great. Let's see if I can get a make on this one here. Right. Oh, it's going to take a little while.
I understand that Robert is staying with you and Robin.
Yes, it's not really my idea. Robin wants it. I thought he'd be more comfortable in a hotel or staying with an old friend like you or Sean.
No, I guess he just wants to be close to Robin.
No, I think he wants to check up on my relationship with Duke.
Oh, really? Oh, the old man probably wants to check and see if Duke is good enough for little Anna.
It's none of his business.
I won't argue with that. After all, Duke has certainly proven himself to be an upstanding citizen of Port Charles.
Well, thank you very much.
Nothing at all, my dear.
Oh, it's come in.
Oh?
Gun is not registered, untraceable. Fingerprints on gun belong to Edna Hitt. Hitt is code name for a family of known hitmen with mob connections. My goodness.
That doesn't make sense. Why would the mob want to chase Felicia and Frisco? I don't get it.
No, your guess is as good as mine.
Well, Anna, maybe your computer made a mistake.
Oh, it's highly unlikely. Edna tried to kill Frisco and Felicia in the ADZ warehouse. Now, that was the same warehouse that Frisco was investigating. My guess is Frisco and Felicia saw something that they shouldn't.
What could be going on down there?
I don't know. I'm going to put an APB out on Edna Hitt. This could be the link that we've been looking for to get back Frisco and Felicia.
Shut the door. Damon, we've got problems.
What happened?
Anna just put out an APB on Edna.
How did she find out about Edna?
The lab came up with a set of prints from Edna's gun. Anna's putting them through tests right now. I have no idea what she'll come up with.
Well, at least she won't be able to get her hands on Edna.
Are you sure?
Yeah, Edna's safely out of the country. There's no way Devane can locate her.
For your sake, I hope you're right. All right, tell me. Anything new on Felicia and Frisco?
No, no word yet. I've got a network of people out looking for them. I should hear something soon.
Damon, no mistakes this time.
What about Scorpio? Is he going to give us trouble, too?
You can bet on it. But I'm hoping that my long-standing friendship with him will keep him in line.
Well, 2 visits in one day. I could get used to this.
Hey, what about me?
Oh, you're just part of the neighborhood. Well, my favorite part.
Oh,
How's about a spot of coffee, Rube?
You got it.
thanks. Looks like that ADZ warehouse was a bust, huh?
Maybe not.
Oh, come on, Robert. You saw the same invoices I did. There was nothing remotely suspicious about them.
There must be something going on here that we haven't seen yet. I mean, otherwise, why would Frisco send his investigation around that place?
Yeah, but we even asked the owner of the warehouse. I mean, he said those washing machines were only there overnight.
What about the circus, the invoices? Well, what's the name of that place?
No, the Olivier Circus?
Yeah.
A little French outfit that's been traveling in the state for the past couple of months or so.
What kind of goods could ADZ possibly ship to them?
Well, from the looks of the invoices, it was, ropes, tools, tents, things to set up a circus. Nothing out of the ordinary there.
I'm not ready to ride off the warehouse just yet. We're going to keep an eye on it. You never know what might turn up there, or who, for that matter.
Who, meaning Duke Lavery?
Seems too coincidental. His office, and the club, and the warehouse. All close.
You're still pretty convinced that there's something wrong with this guy, right?
Look, you have the same feeling.
Yeah, but Anna seems very, very sure of him.
She's so in love with the guy, she doesn't think he can do any wrong.
I don't know, Robert. When she first met Duke, she was very suspicious of him. Checked him out with a fine-tooth comb. And after that, she looked for ways to avoid seeing him.
The same thing happened when we started going out. And then look what happened.
You practically ruined her life.
Right. I'm not about to let that happen again. I intend to put Lavery through the WSB computer. If something isn't right, I'll find out about it. And I'll make him regret the day he ever had anything to do with her.
Hello?
I'm sorry about this morning.
That's all right. I know how difficult this is for you.
You busy? Can I see you later?
No, I want you to stay now. I want to show you something. This lady.
Who is this?
Her name is Edna Hitt. This is the professional that Robert thinks tried to kill Frisco and Felicia in the ADZ warehouse. Now, we have a make on her fingerprints that were on the gun. Have you ever seen her before?
No, I haven't.
She had the same gun that was used to kill Tessie. She has a criminal record as long as your arm, and she's also part of the international hit team that the mob use frequently.
This throws an entirely different light on things then, doesn't it?
Absolutely. I mean, it means that Frisco was into something far bigger than we thought. Do you have any information on him now?
No, I don't have anything I can confirm as yet, and I mean, I still believe that Felicia was framed. I'm going to prove that.
You're not holding out on me anymore, are you?
No, I'm not. I just need a little more time, please. I've asked you.
But time is running out. Now that Robert is back in town, especially.
Oh, is he going to help you with the investigation?
I don't know. He asked if he could come and use the computer.
Well, that's going to tie you up a bit, isn't it?
Not necessarily. I mean, you know, he can use the computer any time he wants. It was his before he went to Australia. Besides, it might mean I'll have a little more time to my private life.
What does that mean?
Well, it means that when Robert gets some idea about the computer, he'll spend days on end with it till he gets the answers.
Does this mean he's not spending tonight on your couch?
I don't know. It's a distinct possibility.
Well. Things get brighter all the time.
Listen, I love you. You're the only man I love. So you mustn't worry. Robert might be a pain at times, but if he can help me solve this case and get Frisco and Felicia back, then it'll all be worth it.
Why do you think I eat it?
Hi, Daddy.
Hey, sweetheart. Hi, sweetheart. Can I get you a lovely chocolate fudge sundae?
That would be great.
No. It would ruin her dinner. Little cookie and milk, that shouldn't do too much damage.
Oh, I guess not. Maybe we should get a table, huh? All right,
Okay, I'll go.
Excuse me.
Sit there, sweetheart.
All right, I'll take care.
You sit here.
Here you go.
Thank you.
There we go, Philomena. How are you?
Right.
All right, how are you?
What's this?
It's you. I made it special.
Hey.
Oh, it's beautiful.
That's me, all right. Look at
Just
that.
like it. Look, the ears are just like his.
Yeah, and the hair, too.
And the hair, too.
Have you had any luck yet?
With what, love?
Catching the man who wants to kill Mommy.
Robin, you promised not to make up all these horrible stories.
It's not a story. I heard the man say it. You believe me, don't you, Daddy?
I believe you, sweetheart. And I'm going to stick around till I find the man I'm looking for. You've got nothing to worry about.
I'm so glad you're back with us, Daddy. I feel so safe now that you're here.
Oh, that's terrific. Guess you don't need me anymore. Godfathers are only needed when real daddies are away.
Oh, give him a big sloppy kiss. Otherwise, he'll make a mess all over the table.
I couldn't be happier now that we're all back together again. Once we get Frisco and Felicia, it'd be how it used to be. And Mommy will be safe.
All right, look at it.
Oh, my cookies, my milk.
You're taking cookies from the kid.
Yeah, absolutely.
What about this picture?
Would you like a chocolate wafer?
Isn't that... Good afternoon, Chief Ramsey.
Hi. Supposedly, I'm here looking for leads to Felicia and Frisco. Tell me, what's happening?
I'm waiting for a call from my man at the circus about tomorrow night's shipment during the masquerade party.
You're lucky to be getting a second chance to prove yourself after that fiasco in the park.
Sorry the kid overheard what Damon said. What about Robert Scorpio? Will he be a problem?
Well, right now, he's holed up in Anna Devane's office with a computer. If we're lucky, he'll still be there tomorrow night, so we should have no trouble transferring the money from the circus.
Here, I can feel it.
One more thing.
Why? What's going to
Our
happen?
lovely tattooed lady has the influence.
That's what we're gonna find out.
Will be confined to our house.
I know there's a connection between this bunch and the ADZ warehouse.
We'll be doing
I'm gonna stay with this guy, Michelle. Keep an eye on your French friend.
Don't forget.
If you want to help.
Everybody, let's get this show on
Of course
the
I
road.
want to help.
You two, get the elephants ready. Now, s'il vous plaît.
Yes, sir. Here, let's go.
Very.
You made a big mistake talking to Damon about Anna Devane at that park in front of her kid. She was playing right nearby.
We didn't know it was Devane's kid.
Oh, well, that's not the point. The point is it's sloppy work, and that's why Robert Scorpio is now here in Port Charles.
Damon had no idea that the kid overheard, and he certainly didn't think she'd call us straight or bring her
Well,
over.
Damon was wrong. Because of that, we've got a big problem on our hands.
I don't see how big a problem one man could be.
Well, you don't know Scorpio, and neither does Damon.
Scorpio's the guy that used to be police commissioner, Anna Devane's ex-husband.
That's right, and also an ex-WSB agent, and a darn good one. As long as he thinks that Anna Devane is in danger, he won't rest until she's safe.
You have a lot of respect for the guy.
Only a fool would underestimate Robert Scorpio. You remember that. As long as he's here in Port Charles digging around, our entire operation is in jeopardy.
I believe you, but you don't have to worry about phase 3.
I certainly hope not. All right, who is it you're waiting to hear from?
Damon sent Bud Price to the circus.
Bud Price? Why him?
He's a good man.
I thought he was out after Felicia and Frisco trying to get us that
that's
thread
right,
out.
but the circus is just a few hours outside of Port Charles. He was heading in that direction anyway to look for Frisco and his wife.
Well, maybe he'll get lucky and find them. But I certainly hope he doesn't waste a lot of time at that circus. No way would they make themselves that visible.
Excuse me. Looking for Michelle Auvert.
Guy's trailer, it's over there.
Thanks. Right up here.
Gentleman was looking for you. Anyway, have you ever...
Oui, monsieur. What can I do for you, Mr. Roser? Oui.
I have a message from Port Charles.
Port Charles? What is the message?
Our friend Damon Grenville sent it. Just to make sure that everything's in order for tomorrow night.
I can assure you everything is in perfect order. Mr. Grenville has his doubts?
No. He's just a very careful man. He likes to check and double check on things, you know.
Maybe, but of course. I'll be happy to show you our preparations. Everything is in order, I can assure you.
I'd appreciate it.
As a matter of fact, our courier has already arrived.
From Europe?
Oui. Eve, give me a minute. I'll introduce you.
Listen, where's the belly dancer? I thought she was doing her show.
She's finished for now. Her next show's in half an hour.
Where did she go? Did you see?
To the dressing room, I think. But she wasn't alone.
Who was she with?
Mr. Olvera's friend, the Frenchman.
I really have to get dressed.
I'm not stopping you, am I?
No, I have to change my costume. Eve, you just stop it. I can do it myself.
Yes, but it's much more fun if I help, you know?
If you don't stop it, I'm going to get into big trouble. Stop it up, somebody! Stop it!
What happened? How did he step forward?
I think there's someone under there.
Wait, listen. Hello. Eve. Hello. Eve. What's that? Are you all right?
Yes, I'm all right.
Some idiot that loosened the ropes that could have suffocated in there.
What do you mean?
The key was in my pocket.
Wait. You find nothing in there. Hey, you! Get the rope, quickly. Pull this hand up, immediately.
Vite, hein? Dépêchez!
How could you lose the key? What are we going to do?
Stole, huh? Must be found.
Are you sure that you had it inside with you? Perhaps you dropped it outside, by the trailer.
I'm not sure. We will look, huh? Alors. C'est ici possible, hein?
C'est impossible. Inutile.
Cherche, hein?
Cherche un prochain.
Allez. D'accord.
Are you all right?
I got it.
Should have known you could take care of yourself.
I didn't know what my next move was going to be. I know I've seen that guy. He was a waiter at Duke's Club one night. It was the night that you were singing.
He's also trying to kill us.
You hear from our man at the circus?
I talked to Price. He said everything's right on schedule for tomorrow night.
I hope you made sure that the shipment will go off smoothly.
He understands. He told me that the circus owner has the goods and has everything under control.
Good. Now, what about Frisco and Felicia? When is he going to get on that job?
As soon as he got off the phone with me, he was going to go look for them. When he finds them, he'll be in touch and do his job.
We better not fail this time, Philip.
Freezing. We've been here for hours. How much longer do we have to stay here?
Till we're sure a little hitman's gone.
Who is he? Why is he after us?
He's after the printout. When he gets the printout, he's hired to kill us.
Why don't we just face him and tell him that we don't have the printout?
You think he'd believe us?
No. What are we gonna do?
Heard him say he was leaving tonight. We're just gonna lay low until he splits.
Well, what if he tells Michelle and Eve? Obviously, they're working together.
I don't think that they know that he's after us.
Well, I don't think we should take the chance. My vote is that we just go.
The chest. We have the key to the chest. We have to find out what they're trying to ship into Port Charles.
On trouvera un comme toi.
Oui, oh, tout va.
Il est trop vite, hein?
Viens,
Plus
viens.
avec toi.
Well, I don't get it, Anna. Robert is still locked up in your office.
Well, you remember how he used to work?
Anna, what is he trying to learn from your computer that we don't already know?
I have no idea. But, he's running true to form. You know, he used to lock himself up for 24 hours at a time when he was trying to find out something.
Well, it seems to me he's been in there that long already.
Well, I don't think it's quite 24 hours.
Anna, listen, you and I are the police chiefs here in Port Charles. Don't you think it's time that we found out whatever it is that he's learned, if anything?
Yeah, I think we should.
Okay, well, as long as I'm here, I'll handle it.
I'm going to be coming to the office shortly.
Yeah. Meanwhile, I'll try and find out what's up in there.
All right, keep in touch.
Yeah, I will. Goodbye. Hey, Robert. Hey, open up. It's me, Bert. Hey, Roberto.
Hi.
Come on, come on. Come on.
Hi, mate.
Oh, look at you. You're at it again, huh?
Yeah, but it's been worth it.
Oh, boy. Well, tell me, what are you checking out?
Mostly Duke Lavery. Found out quite a bit about the chap.
Oh?
Yes, Damon.
Final arrangements have been made for the money transfer tonight.
Well, I think it's wrong to do it now.
Well, I didn't ask your opinion, did I?
Well, that's unfortunate. You know, when men in power stop listening, it's usually the beginning of the end of the power.
You know, I don't care much for your philosophy either.
Oh, I'm not talking philosophy. I'm stating historical fact, man.
Well, we're writing our own history now, Duke.
And just where does Robert Scorpio fit into this history book you're writing? You understand he will be here tonight.
One retired cop is no threat. I'm going to bring the money into the club right under his nose.
You know, if I liked you, I would feel sorry for you.
Anna? Oh, I didn't mean to startle you, but your mind was far away and...
Well, she was very close by.
Roberto, yes?
Robert, yes.
I think you are worried about how his return here will affect your life.
I'm uneasy about him going into Duke's background the way he is. I mean, I've done it already.
Well, why are you worried because he do it?
Well, lately Duke's been talking about things in his past that he regrets.
Well, who doesn't now and then? Little things, big things, eh?
But I do think that your past should be buried and forgotten.
Oh, not always. I think it should be out in the open. Look what happened to you years ago when you kept a secret from Roberto.
I know.
Well, Anna, you've been very happy. You've been young again since you let Duke into your life. And I love to watch the light in your eyes. And this Duke of yours, oh, he is a handsome man indeed.
But if I weren't a cop...
You would take your chances.
But I am a cop. And I'm a woman, too.
Yes, and that is why you're so worried.
I don't want anything to come between Duke and me.
Anna Mia, when we are in love, we take many risks. But I am sure that Roberto will find nothing against your Duke. I know it. I feel it, Anna.
Don't see anything new here, Robert. Anna came up with just about the same thing, and at the time, she had serious doubts about Duke Lavery.
Really?
She wanted to get something on him.
I see.
But this verifies Anna's opinion of him now. She thinks he's okay. He's clean. Yeah.
Anna's always been pretty good with a computer.
Oh, yes, she is. I want to tell you something. If you continue this investigation of Lavery, I think you're wasting your time.
You know, Bert, one of the first things I learned with WSB was what appeared as insignificant to one person quite often had a different range of importance to someone else. Good intelligence has always been check and double check.
So you double-checked, right?
Bert.
Yeah.
What's your personal impression of Duke Lavery?
Personal impression is very good. I've seen the way he works with the people here in Port Charles, and I'd say it comes out an upstanding citizen.
Kind of sounds like the guy's too good to be true.
You gonna penalize a guy for having a good record?
Is that what I appear to be doing?
Well, Robert, maybe you're pushing to find something wrong with Lavery because of your past relationship with Anna. After all, you two were in love with each other at one time.
Damn it, Bert, you know me too well to make a remark like that.
I'm sorry, I was afraid you'd say something like that. But, what have you got there?
Oh, it's a keychain Robin made me in beads.
Hey, Robin made it?
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty cute. Robin, there's another reason.
What?
For you looking for something wrong with Lavery. After all, another man in Anna's life could have an impact on Robin. Maybe you don't want to share your daughter with another man.
Maybe you've forgotten the sort of person I am.
I haven't, Rob. Look, you brought this up. I didn't want to talk about this.
That's right, you didn't.
Let's get back to business. What did you find in the computer about Lavery that Anna missed?
Well, nothing in this.
Well, then, it's settled, right?
No, I'm not finished yet.
You're not finished? Come on, where do you go from here?
Well, I want to look into one of Lavery's associates, Damon.
Damon?
What's his last name?
Damon?
Come on, you must have met him.
Yeah, of course I did on a couple of occasions.
Come on, you're always such a hot shot with names.
Well, as time goes by, the mind gets a little fuzzy. Now, give me a minute.
Not that fast.
Grenville. I think that, yeah, Grenville.
Good.
Well, then, that does it, huh?
No.
No? Well, what are you going to do now? What are you up to? Don't you want to go home and see that lovely little girl of yours?
Yep, but I got a few more hours' work to put in yet.
All right. Is there anything I can help you with, buddy?
No, mate. You know how I like to bottle myself up.
Okay, then I'll be on my way. But, look, the office knows where I'll be if you want to get a hold of me in case you come up with something you'd like to share.
What about take-out Chinese?
Things change, Robert. But, by the way, did you know there's a masquerade party over at Duke's Club tonight?
Yeah, I know.
Well, I'll talk to you later, then.
Righto, mate.
Have fun.
Yeah.
Well, Ramsey.
Hi, Donnelly. Hi.
Bert was just leaving. Come on in, sure.
Yeah, I'm leaving, but I'll be thinking of you, Donnelly.
Good.
Bert's just doing his job.
Yeah, a real hatchet job, and I don't understand why.
We got to sit down and talk about your problems, haven't we?
At the moment, I think the well-being of Frisco and Felicia is a little more important.
Yeah, especially if someone's trying to kill them.
Right. Anything new on their whereabouts?
Well, nothing startling. I want to get back to the computer. I've got something, but I'm not quite sure what's going to come of it yet. Listen, you going to that masquerade tonight?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, I am.
Good. Keep your eyes and ears open for anything going on, will you?
For you, old buddy, anything.
Kind of like a flashback to the old days, right?
It is. Who should I watch?
Duke Lavery and anybody connected to him.
We'll bring the money into the club tonight in what will look like a pirate's treasure chest. All in keeping with the masquerade party theme, which should be going on full blast at that point.
I think the money transfer tonight would be a major mistake.
Oh, Duke. Nobody's going to notice a treasure chest at a masquerade party.
There will be some very observant eyes there tonight, you know.
Mm-hmm. It's party time, Duke. They're going to be having fun.
Oh, you are a dreamer.
And you are a traitor to the organization.
I never agreed to be a party to a killing. If I had been permitted to deal with the chief face-to-face from the very beginning, it would have been made quite clear what I would do and what I would not do.
But it's too late for all that now, isn't it?
Yeah, perhaps.
No, you better believe it. And Mr. B's only allowing you to live as long as you're useful. Now, that's quite an uncomplicated situation, wouldn't you agree?
You know, you will be caught.
I carry excellent life insurance, Duke. If Robert Scorpio or the police uncover the cash transfer tonight, that's the end of your close friend and her daughter. Now, I will have life insurance agents all over the club tonight. And if anything goes wrong, they're going to shoot Anna Devane. You can't do that. Oh, I won't have to give that order. If you come up with a really clever diversion to keep people's attention away from the elevator when we're bringing in the money. Now, you can come up with something quite creative, I'm sure.
Come in.
Hi.
Terry.
Well, I hope I haven't interrupted a meeting. I just wanted to talk to you about some music for the masquerade ball tonight.
No, it's all right. We're finished.
Okay.
Miss O'Connor.
Hi.
You will, keep in mind everything I said, won't you, Duke?
Yeah. Not only what you said, but what you think. Because most often they're two entirely different things.
Anna.
Bert said you were still holed up here with the computer.
Ah, yes. My faithful old friend.
Have you found anything out?
Some of the information is starting to cast long shadows.
Such as?
Well, I've done a check-up on Lavery and all of his known friends, and although Lavery himself has never been convicted of anything or even arrested, one of his friends, Angel, was just recently, by Frisco.
I know. Did you also find out that the charges against Angel were dropped?
Ah, yes, but the connection, the long shadows.
What are you talking about?
It's a connection with Frisco.
Well, it was in the line of duty.
Yes, but it's still a connection. Maybe this is what set him off on this mysterious investigation.
Oh, come on, that's a big assumption.
I used the word possible, Anna. I'm not assuming anything. And then there's the lawyer who represented Angel. Turns out this guy's mob-related.
I know.
Did you also know it's the same lawyer who represented Lavery to negotiate the contract for his 6 clubs?
Yes, I know that too. And, you know, I'm really annoyed.
What?
Well, I'm just so annoyed at the way you're double-checking on all my work.
That's what we were trained to do.
Also, your attitude towards Duke. I mean, it's as if you expect him to have done something wrong. And you're not going to rest until you find out what it is, or you assume it, or you fabricate it.
I would never do that. You know me better.
Then it's just wishful thinking.
Why would I even wish it?
I don't, because you're so hostile towards him.
Anna, what's wrong with you?
What are you talking about?
Look, you act like I'm some sort of a pariah in your life.
That's ridiculous.
Listen, I am absolutely astounded that a light didn't go off in your brain the minute you discovered that that lawyer was mob-related.
Well, it did.
And what did you do about it?
I questioned Duke about it, and I was quite satisfied with the answers that he gave me.
And did he have an explanation as to how a dock worker came up with enough cash to plonk down for 6 nightclubs?
He did.
And?
He said that Angel introduced him to Damon Grenville. And if you know who Damon Grenville is, he is a high-priced investment banker.
I've done a check on him. That brings up another question.
What?
How does a guy like Angel come into contact with a high-finance banker? You got an answer to that one?
No, not a specific one.
Would you like one?
No, I've had quite enough of this.
I haven't.
What do you think you're going to do? Bring out some more answers from the computer?
I tell you what I think, Anna. I think there's a smoking gun around here. And I intend to find it.
Anna,
yes.
Darling, would you go over join your friends? I'll be with you in a couple of minutes.
All right.
Damon?
Yes.
I have a a plan to divert attention from the elevator when the cash arrives.
What is it?
I'm going to ask Anna to do a tango with me on the floor. The musicians are ready. The house lights will be out. There'll only be a spotlight on us.
Well, it better work. If you look around the club tonight, you might be able to spot several of my
I can smell them.
Diversion better be good, Duke, or your dancing partner's gonna be very sorry.
Well, if it isn't Captain Outrageous.
No, matey, only Captain O'Care.
How's it going?
Well, you know, I've only been here for a short while. I get this feeling of tension mixed with excitement here tonight.
Yeah, so do I. It makes my foot quiver.
Sure would like to get a look behind some of these masks.
I would, too. Seem to be a lot of loners here.
Yeah, it's not that type of an evening.
Anything new in the computer?
Well, Diamond Grin checks out.
Does, huh? It's been sitting over there in the corner of the bar nursing the same drink for over an hour. Anything good?
New piece of information on Lavery that I'll share with Anna later. I'm curious to find out how he's going to explain it. I wonder what that conversation was all about.
Excuse me.
We're ready, Duke. The diversion.
I'm ready. Will you come with me a minute, please?
Isn't Terry singing another song now?
No, actually, she's going to follow the next act.
Which is?
Well, you'll find out. Hey, Terry, there's an impromptu act coming up. Do you mind?
Oh, of course not. Go ahead.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, my mystery lady has a hidden talent. She can tango.
Oh.
So if she will consent to be my partner, we will entertain you. Yes.
They're good, aren't they? Got the eye of everyone on the place in them.
Yes.
Not feeling twinges of jealousy, are you?
No, I'm feeling twinges of something else right now.
What's that?
Memory. Once when Anna and I were in France together, we got up on the floor and did this silly dance act just to divert the DVX.
Yeah, but we're not in France tonight, old buddy. We're in Port Charles. No spies.
Still, it looks like a diversion to me. I mean, did you see the look on her face when Duke made that announcement?
Yeah, I saw it.
Damn it, they are good.
Now, believe me, you guys are great. I think you should take this act on the road.
Really something, really.
Absolutely. As soon as I get back into shape, I want you to teach me how to do the tango.
Oh, I have a better idea. How about teaching the tango at the spa for every other month?
I'll have to ask Duke.
Duke, how about demonstrations at the spa?
Sorry, I missed that.
It's all right. I'll talk to you later.
You did have quite an interested audience over there, didn't you?
Yeah, who are they? The pirate and the other one. I can't exactly tell what kind of costume he's got on.
Sean and Robert. Sean is the pirate.
Oh, the pirate. That's a likely outfit for him.
What about Robert? What's he wearing?
I'm not sure. I can't quite see his costume from here. Are we going to sit down?
Not yes, of course. Sit down.
Can you sit?
I enjoyed dancing with you, but you seemed like you were miles away.
Well, no, I'm just concentrating on keeping this whole thing going. Listen, while I'm up, why don't I get you some champagne?
Okay. Duke, maybe you could ask Robert and Sean to join me.
Okay, I'll make a point of that. Excuse me. Well, Sean, Robert, are you having a good time?
Oh, yeah, Duke, very much. What's the matter? It looks like you just lost your best friend. Something wrong?
Yes?
Scorpio, can I come in?
Yes, of course. What can I do for you?
Well, I saw you chaps struggling with a chest downstairs. Thought I'd lend you a hand.
Well, I appreciate that, but as you can see, everything's under control.
Well, what's all this?
Mr. Scorpio came up to lend us a hand.
Well, now that I'm here, what's in the chest?
I can't imagine why you'd be interested in knowing.
Well, it's all part of the decorations for the party we're having downstairs tonight.
Well, pirate gold.
Well, it's fake, of course.
Pity.
I had the coins brought up here to be put into some purses. Awards for the best costumes at the party.
Well, this is interesting. There seems to be a false drawer on the bottom.
Yes, if you can lift it.
What do we have here? Counterfeit bills?
No, they're not counterfeit at all. It's play money.
More prizes.
Well, it's a big party.
I see. I think I'll get back to it.
Thinking, Duke.
I've heard lots of stories about Robert Scorpio. He eventually gets what he's after.
Well, he didn't find anything, did he? Now, what kind of a threat is that?
For the most creative costume, Tony and Tanya Jones. Well, there are no losers here tonight. And now the award for the most mysterious guest of the night. The famous silent movie star. And now it is time, ladies and gentlemen, for the unmasking. At the end of the drum roll, I would like everyone to remove their masks. Have you forgiven me for making you part of this evening's entertainment?
Of course. I'm an easy man to forgive. Besides, I enjoyed the time there, actually.
Well, the night's not over yet.
Well, actually, it should be soon. I have to get home. You know, I have a house guest.
Well, why should that spoil our evening?
It hasn't up to now.
We're beyond this point. And I'm not going to let anything spoil what we have. And we're certainly not your ex-husband.
So you left Duke up in his office with the others?
Yes.
Well, their story sounds plausible to me.
Too plausible. What does the name Olivier mean to you?
Lavery. Lavery. Why does that ring a bell? Invoice, ADZ warehouse.
It was also stenciled across the so-called treasure chest.
Kidding.
It's not just a coincidence. I have to find out what the connection is.
I didn't think you'd be up.
I'm surprised you came home. I shouldn't have said that.
No, you shouldn't have. I'm sorry, but you had absolutely no right to say anything like that.
Annie, your life's in danger and Lavery could be behind it.
What's got into you? Don't tell me it's what Robin thinks she overheard, because I think I'm more qualified than her to know what's going on around here.
And I disagree.
We've already been over this once today. It cannot go on like this.
What if I was to tell you I have some new information from the computer?
What do you have?
A month missing out of Lavery's... A short while ago, he was supposed to be in Scotland for about a month.
I know that. I have that information.
Where did you take it any further?
No.
You should have.
Why?
Because he was never in Scotland.
Oh, of course he was. It's where he comes
Hear me
from.
out, will you? Through all the plot of fists. Lavery's name never comes up as going to Scotland. I then took the investigation over to the other side. There was never a Duke Lavery in Scotland at that period of time. Furthermore, his passport doesn't even check out.
Well, I'm sure he has some kind of explanation, and I'll find out what it is if I think it's important enough to ask him.
I think it's real important that you ask him, and I'm sure he probably has an explanation. Wait to hear it.
Aren't you? Well, there is no... You're impossible.
Maybe I am impossible, but you're thinking with your heart and not your head.
I let you engage in data against you.
You can't stop me from digging. This lost month in his life could be the hole in his story I'm looking for, and I intend to pursue it. You know, at the end of it, I just hope that the mother of my daughter isn't going to be the big loser here.